This is my grandmother's Smasnug upright vacuum cleaner. I have managed to pry it away from her for a good service because I happen to be going up twice in 2 weeks. So plenty of time to hoik it to here so we can have a look at it. And yeah, I've never used this before. I've used all of their other machines. I know all of the vacuums that they've had in the past. I know when they bought this one, but I've never used it. And I can already sense the things that are wrong with it and have been for some time. So let's have a look at what my 90-year-old grandmother pushes around the house. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? This thing is so familiar in many ways. This whole bin assembly is very much like my Bissell lift away. Samsung have used this tool design in many places, and again, it's just like the Bissell lift away. It's almost like they're all related in some way. So yeah, we haven't got anything too different. We have lots of lovely stickers. Look, high stretch hose there. Oh, if we come around to here, let's fasten it down. Look, we can marvel at its washable lifetime filter and powerful cyclone system. This replaced a white Granny Sonic upright vacuum cleaner, which are notorious for not being great anyway. And they'd had this thing for 10, 15 years. It was like a 1400 watt early-ish one, and yeah, they said they bought this and just filled it up. They were so impressed. It was amazing, and I haven't, I'm not really going to correct her and say that what probably happened was that the belt was just completely gone on the Panasonic, which, funnily enough, is what is wrong here. You can't sense here, but I am rotating the belt, the brush roll, quicker than the belt. It's just a servicing. Just servicing. I don't know even heard this run. So what I think we're going to start with, because obviously I know it works, I hope it works, we're going to plug it in and see what we're starting with. It's a shame I don't have a suction meter, really. I might have to ask Mr. Scott how much to borrow one in from the United States. So we'll turn this on and see what it's like. Oh, we'll turn the socket on as well. It's making a lovely noise from somewhere down below, and there is no airflow at all. So, I didn't think there would be, because yeah, in here is the cyclonic filter, and it's not too full really. How do I twist this? Which way do we twist it? Clean filter, do we just put it? Oh yeah, just put it. Lock, unlock. There we go. Whew. Yeah, this thing, I mean, I'm sure my dear grandmother does clean it. She probably just hasn't done it for, a couple of years, decade, that's, yeah. Which is why I'm not going to go for the full strip down on this. I don't think we're going to need it. I think it's just going to need, what every bagless vacuum cleaner does. Does it work like the Bissell, where it does? We can undo this bit here, which doesn't have a filter in it, but does have this shroudy thing, which is full of dirt in itself. So yeah, all of that is going to be our main problem. I mean, a little hint, because I looked at this in the car, and yeah, this filter is also in need of a good wash, maybe even a replacement with a Miele. Although this little gauze in here is doing quite well. I bet if we turn this thing on now, we won't get anything from the hose, but we should hear the motor breathe a lot better. Okay, well that's mildly annoying, because that weird sound is actually coming from the motor. So, we might have to pop ourselves in there and have a look. What we should probably do now, though, because we've looked at all the tools. Again, we have this hose, which I'm probably not going to get washed and dried in time if I did. So we're just going to leave that as it is. It's suffering from the standard, kinky hose end, which they all seem to do, so it's pushed up against the wall where they store it. We have a very nice scabbard and crevice tool, and yeah, our combination dusting brush and upholstery tool. So let's have a look underneath, because we need to get in there anyway to get the motor off, I would imagine. There we go, that's the green that's popped up. Let's have a look underneath here. God, this recline pedal's a bit rubbish as well. Oh, now I've rocked it in. So, lots of cobwebs. Yeah, that house has a ton of spiders. We have ourselves some crosshead screws to undo. Well, that's not been off in a while. And we can see a Bissell style belt. And yeah, it is just so loose. Look, I can hold the belt still and rotate the brush roll. So yeah, that belt needs to come off. We shall get the box of belts out in a bit and have a look. Our brush roll spins fine. Oh, nice soft Tab approved bristles there. Can we get into the end caps? Ugh, no, I'm not even going to try, because I think these are press fitted in and I do not want to unpress that fit. Right, what else have we got? We have ourselves, oh blimey, look, half of the dust that this thing hasn't ever picked up. Yeah, this isn't a particularly efficient machine. Let's put it lightly. So that is almost it. So almost, what's this doing? The little dirt chamber doesn't come out, does it? I think it's trying. It's stuck in with years of gunk. Oh, wow, come on. What am I missing? Ah, wow. Oh, you're going to come off nicely? You are. Wow, look at that. The entire inner brush roll housing comes out of the chassis. That's clever. Oh, that's going to be phenomenally easy to wash this now. And look, we've got this rubber, this rubber bumper, look, with these sort of rubber fingers. Okay, well that can all be washed. That's good, and that makes a fair bit of sense, because the only other thing to do now to get this hood off and investigate the motor. Oh no, right. We will need to do this, because although I can see all the screws, the housing won't come off. So we'll take the pivots out. Oh, this isn't quite the right size bit, I don't think. Then we should be able to undo these screws here. One up here. Oh, come on. One here. And I can see one here. Oh, and there is one, of course, hidden around here on the cable exit grommet. You going to come out now? Yeah. Ooh. There we go, look. Our lovely motor. Why are you making a funny noise? Oh, in here looks quite grimy. I mean, we're probably going to take this quite far now that we are this far. Well, the motor seems pretty mint. I'm wondering if it's just a case that, again, all of these rubber seals just need to be cleaned and washed and, you know, made to be nice again. Oh, this will be a big source of it too. This is the suction release valve that has been releasing a lot of suction by the looks of it. So yeah, we can, you know, unintentionally go quite far with this. I mean, I'm sensing there's a screw here as well. I wonder if I could probably take this part of the cyclone off as well. But I'm not quite sure how to do that quite yet. So, I mean, that's here. We can't be, no, we're not, look, we're not any farther apart than doing that. And I think if I can just get all of this a nice quick wash, just to get all the clumps of crud out, get all the bits of grit out, get all the cobwebs out, I think that's going to make a heck of a difference. Anyway, so we're going to do all of that, and I'm going to get, you know, all the chunks of fluff out of here and give this all a good airline out and find a belt, and hopefully we can put this vacuum cleaner back together and it's going to work a lot more. A couple of days later, we have this big mess of plastic with like one metal motor and some screws. Typical Bissell/Samsung build quality. It was almost easier to get this far just to give it all a clean. I wanted to check the noise that this motor seems to be making. I guess it was just an air leak somewhere, because it's fine. There's almost a little bit of up and down play there, but I'm sure once it's got a belt on it, it's going to be okay. And yeah, it was just easier to get it down to this level in order to give it a wash. So we need to put it back together, and the last thing I took off was the flex. So it makes sense that this is the first bit to go back on. We've just got to lay it all back into place around there, get the switch in, and yeah, effectively we'll get this wired up, and then I can put the motor in. Oh, I've got to remember which way the switch works now, so it works that way. So this switch wants to be pushed down like that, and then when I push it, it should, I can't hold it enough to push it without, there we go. It will work, I just can't hold it properly. That's also just a nice bog standard Dyson style switch, so you know, easy to replace if needed. Right, those are going to go there. Then I've got to work out which way the wires went, because this weird cover part goes on here now. I've got a feeling it's going to be so the wiring comes out of this hole here, but I shall get that worked out and then we can move on. That's the motor fitted nicely into place. I'm now just trying to get this back together. This is the release valve. Got to pop the valve itself into the rubber housing, which then holds it together, although my goodness, it's fiddly trying to do it. Come on. Problem is it wants to pop out. But again, eventually I'll get this in and get it slotted back into place. Just like so. There we go. Release valve and motor fitted. That's, it. I was just about to say, oh no, we forgot that, but that's not the motor sound deadening. That's the foam bit for the filter. We don't need to worry about that quite yet. What we do need to worry about is getting, well, this part back on, although before I do that, probably better to stick this in because it's going to be easier to screw it into place. This is the bit that rides up and down. So let our bin be empty. And it has the only two screws, here's one and here's the other, with a big flat head here, a sort of washer built in. That's so that it can come onto here and hold this bit down. So I'm just going to screw this bit back onto there. We could test it now as well because it's all wired in. There's nothing to stop it. Yeah, it's got its airflow back now because there's no filters attached. Right, we can pop the very important pre-motor filter in there, and we're very quickly going to start getting rid of all of this plastic. Here is the hood shell, because obviously the inner bit still goes in there. Bumper cleaned up very nicely. We're just going to slide this back into place on both sides like this. Very nice. He says, struggling to get the other end in. There we go. Marvellous. And that will sit on there like that. Then this bit can be dropped into there, which will then trigger the recline lock, and then we can pop these plastic hinges back on, which should make the machine pivot once more. Now we can work on the underneath. We need to take our height adjustment knob, and I think it went in from the top like so. There we go. Then it drops down below that little nobule there, and you're good. Guess we'd best pop this in now, and I'm going to try and keep the hose kinked in the same way because it's going to make it much easier to get it out of the machine. It goes through that hole, and I'm hoping that this whole part just clips just like that. Perfect. Back into place. Our hose is out here. Oh, what we should probably do now is find something to connect that part up together with. There we go. One belt from a Vax, actually, fitted to the machine, which seems to work absolutely fine. We'll find out if it snaps in a minute. And then we can pop the base plate back on. Then, well, we also do this bit now anyway. We put that back on first. Then, oh, no, you go under there. That's it. Wheels go on there. Then we can put the base plate on because it stops the wheels from coming up. And yeah, I think we're now done with the bottom of this machine. We're getting there. It is building back up slowly. Right, let's start filling in some of these bits. And this bit does pop out. You've just got to release this big clip at the back, which goes there. And I'm hoping it's going to pop back in just as easily, because otherwise this is going to suck. It did, although, oh no. I forgot. Oh, I'm going to take this out again now. See if I can show you how to do it. You just, I don't have the right screwdriver. Oh, let me get the right screwdriver, because then you can get it in the top of, there we go, of the plastic, and then you push that clip back, and then it comes back out, because I forgot to fit this little rubber gasket that sits on there. Right, now we can put it back into place. Oh, why are you not going to go in? That's nice in there. Oh, there it is in. There we go. Perfect. Then there is its one screw down here, like so. Excellent. Well, we may as well leave this laying down, although I shall flip it down so that you can see what might be going on, because we have this part here, which I did split into. This bit was all packed with mud. This is, I don't even know what you call this, the shroud? I'm not sure. That clicks back onto there. This bit then goes up here with a half lock, and that's that bit done, in essence. What we might need next is, now, which way does all of this go? Because we've also got this part here, oh, which needs to go somewhere. I need the filter, really. Dang it, I don't have the filter yet. We'll clip it back onto the bottom. We'll put that back in there for now. We must just never vacuum anything up yet until we have, well, all of the filters fitted, which are currently, at the time of filming this scene, drying. So we shall carry on a little bit. We'll pop our tool back into place there. What's next? This part here needs to go into our lower hose and then be brought up and clipped into place. Here, get the screw. It's all being pulled by the hose. There we go. You on there. No, stay. Need to get the screw in. There we go. That can sit like that. Then, bring you up even more. I took the handle off because that's the only way you can get to this clip here. So we can now pop the handle back on, and the last two screws in the pot go up here to fix the handle down. These were done up so tight, I doubt they've been undone since my granddad put it together all those years ago, back when he could. We'll just do the one screw for a second, because what that then means I can do is fit the hose. And the wand into there. Where's it go? Where's the wand gone? Oh, and wow, it's rolled all the way back here. This can go into place. And all we need now to complete it is some filtration, which it will desperately need. We'll start off with the easy filter, which has simply been replaced with a nice cut-off piece of Miele Active Air. So that's going to be perfectly fine. We can throw away this, used piece of garbage filter here. Let me just do this one now. The filter is now dry. It's not spotless. I didn't want to take the mick with it and make it, you know, too unusable. But that is decent. We can pop the outer sponge on, ready to catch all of the filth. Then we need to move this, take this out, and yeah, this is what connects to that bit. Then this can go back into here. This pushes back into there, and we can now turn it on and check that it works with picking up some dirt. Oh. Right, let's test the suction first, because I think that filter is going to seal the air path a bit more, and I'm hoping it's going to help. That's very good, and it isn't making that weird noise whenever I fully block off the airflow. So I think we've done something good there. Let's see how well it works on the carpet. That's not bad. That works really well. It's even picked up a fair bit of fluff and grit. After having a white Panasonic bagged up right, I can see why she was very impressed with this machine. I mean, she didn't notice all of the filtery stuff, which I'm going to have to vacuum back. Well, I probably won't vacuum that off. I think I shall drop that down there and probably just give this all a very quick airline before it goes back in a couple of days, because yeah, I've had to take this and leave her with a fax blade for their rather large house. So yeah, she needs this back pretty quickly. But have it back she can. Hopefully it's just the same as it was when it came out of the box, and she notices a difference. I'll probably push it around when I take it around there, just to save her the job of having to do it another day. So yeah, this is my granny and granddad's Samsung / Bissell, you know, bagless upright vacuum cleaner. I'm very glad it is so lightweight. This thing is feather light, so that's good. That saves you having to find it or something light. And yeah, I think it's going to go back to doing a couple of years of good use for them. And this time I'll remember to check the filter every now and again when I go and visit. So, what do you think of the Samsung Jet Propel light? Have you ever had one of these, or the nearest Bissell equivalent? What do you think? I don't hate it anymore. I mean, I don't like it. It's always going to be what it's going to be, but I have a little bit more respect for them now. So, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. And I and some other random, obscure, upright vacuum cleaner will see you soon. Bye-bye.